For being one of them niggas, just known for being with one of them niggas.
Adeline Jones, alaikum salam, Aki. Good to see you in the building. My opinion, how you doing, sis? Man, mine.
You know, this Philly rap shit is starting to become too friendly. If you feel offended, nigga, then I guess I meant it. Free AR ad. I'm so Philly. When I roll cheese at steak, he not really. Check like what K got say. I hear the rumors in the air, I keep it KF Bay. I'm from where if it's real beef, it stay that way. Frog told on A, on the stand that day. He the Philly outpost worse than KKK. We don't kill our own homies, we don't play that way. I'm so Philly, I don't gotta pay that bay. Niggas get killed on camera at the pizza store. I'm so Philly, I'm the ball like when AI scored. OBA to the death, ain't no either or. I don't shoot to his left, just know he got more. I'm so bully. Wrong street, I'm so Philly. Any rapper tell him y'all go get him. Adjust the crown like a fitted, better casket fit him. I let the pump at his car, y'all put the gas up in him. I'm so Philly, I know Section 8 for a living. My pop was a deadbeat, learning to survive in the prison. I did time with some niggas, they my brothers for real. I'm like, fuck the hottest rapper, I be thugging for real. I be riding around Philly with a gun in my wheel. Fuck the record labels, we the rappers want it for real. When you fucked up and the only thing you got is your pride. When everybody kept you out cause you was sitting inside. Welcome home, 100 keys, put respect on my name. Who gon' talk it like I talk it when it come to the pain? Who really gon' set the city on fire? Get the churches inspired, you better kill him if you wearing the wire. Nigga, we the underdogs. I'll put you on the soft ground, pick him up and put him back down undersoft. I know they backbiting because my back tighten, but when they see me in the streets, they never act like it.
I'm so Philly, I ain't leaving my block. Not for an eye or a cop, unless I leave in a box. Looking Philly, I'm the cream of the crop. I'm authentic and they know that. See everybody screaming it not. I'm so Philly, the old Philly, this new shit, crown a true bitch and infested with these loose lips. Give them a stage, they performing on some brute shit. So Philly, I'm taking Saudias over Roof Chris. I'm so Philly and I'm stamped here. OBA fam, they know we the realest camp here. When it come to honor, I'm the champ here. Trust me, if you come bring a gun, you ain't from, believe me, you shouldn't camp here. I'm so Philly, did 9, it was 30. Came home 28 and retired at 30. Every time I played in that fire, did them dirty. I'm done now. They should be tired of my jersey. When it's beef, I'm the wrong when the goal gets. I don't do attempts, all I know is just murder shit. Rich club the mob, how the fuck you ain't heard of us? Shorty used to spin me, that it's funny, I'm curving high. Niggas play dirty till they take a dirt nap. 6 feet underground, put them with an earth at. Top 5 in my city, nigga, and I earned that. I was screaming free murk, now I'm screaming murk back. They ain't never touched me, they ain't never pushed me. I was always in the mix, I was never pussy. I'm like a camper with this 40, I be stepping with it. I got my foot on niggas' necks and I'm heavy footed. Rappers ain't really lit, politics on their side. Shit from the muscle, see the hunger all in my eyes. Get took to the district, start bitching and run their mouths. Tight as a double knot, if we rap then we cutting ties. Yeah, running them numbers up. They try to block me out, but my name keep coming up. God, more pressure, ain't no way I'm slowing up. Acid reflex, some flames keep coming up. How they want it, bitches they be frontin'. So I put the D on them, fall down, make them punt it. They know that I'm 100, and I stand on mines. Catch a fucking headshot, you put your hands on mine.
Yeah, Philly. I'm so Philly, I made a Brooklyn nigga say it. When Philly niggas acting stupid, I see how y'all wanna play it. Fuck it, need no help, do for self, I see the base. Fuck Philly shit, gotta keep killing shit, but okay, it's getting to a point where I'm just getting to the point. These niggas blind or they deaf, cause I'm a nigga making noise. It's tiring, inspires you niggas to be inspiring. Y'all with halfway Trump niggas, pussy niggas, liars and niggas that build on faking. I get the chills just faking, like how the fuck my city still won't face it. So they will, I took the wheel, cause my will on greatness. Move making with the makers, got they still on stainless. Time's changing, but you know them niggas still on danger. Still in the hood, so you know them niggas still gon' bang it. But fuck the violence, I'll make that famous. Nigga try to pay the bills, till my bills all Franklin's.
What's up? What's up? It's the legend coming to you live from the 215, the concrete jungle. What's up? I see my man Handling in the building. What's good, Aki? What's up, y'all? Yo, I was going through my my 1-2s, and I seen that. Sel, what's going on, Sel? Good to see you in the building. I seen that somebody got boomed on YouTube, a couple, over some copyright striking stuff, man, in Vegas. I don't know if it happened yesterday or today. I just seen it posted, and people think that everybody be playing them YouTube games and they won't hunt you down and track you. Hey, Divine, what's up? How you doing? They won't hunt you down and track you down. Yup, he got banged on it. You knew the guy, Sal? Oh, no. Oh, he got banged on the strip. Yeah, man, that's crazy. About 15 hours ago. Okay, that was recent, very recent. Very recent. That's crazy, man. That's wild. But yo, I'm telling y'all, this YouTube thing is, I've been said that long ago when I first got on here and I seen the motion that, yo, people out for blood, for real. They ain't going to be satisfied to somebody really, really get hurt, and I mean, boxed, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know y'all see my, what's that called? My thumbnail. Yeah, my thumbnail. Because it's wicked out here, But yo, I got a little analogy, right, for boxing enthusiasts. Now, we all know like serious boxers who study the science of pugilism, right? We understand that it's a thing. Boxing is just not a you punch me, I punch you. It's thinking in that game. If you're into the science of the sport. Now, we already know that if a guy is an aggressor I used to love to fight very aggressive individuals because they only coming but one way. They coming straight at you. They're going to be constantly throwing punches. And if you are, seasoned and you know the game, you could just relax and let them keep coming. And every time they make, because they're going to make a lot of mistakes, you just bang. The hardest fighters for me were guys who knew how to really box and think. If a guy couldn't think, he was like a bull, because you throw that rag in front of the bull, the red, he's coming. It ain't even got to be the rag was just a mask when he gets stuck in his head with that sword, just to mask the blood. But he'll charge at anything, So that's like, I use that analogy in males because it's an emotional thing. They'd charge at, and you throw a jab out there, here he come running. He don't even see that overhand coming. The top his head off. You know what I mean? So that's just a little analogy I wanted to drop on y'all. I was hey Helen, I was down Doom Day last night. Dougie Fresh was down there. Rakim ain't show up. No violence. That thing was peaceful. It was jumping off, man. It was a great time. But what I wanted to get into, right? I came across something, and it's going to help me get to my point. I want y'all to bear with me and listen to this. Not that.
Things to say and criticism to bring forward toward his friends, his mates, or some other people that do the same thing as he does. The weak man is jealous. It's very difficult for him to say, oh, he's doing great, congratulations, because it's hurt. He wants everything to be about himself. He's not happy. The types of men today, so many. So today we're going to see in a few steps, how do you recognize a weak man? What are the signs of a weak man? Very quickly. The first sign is the man that's always jealous. A weak man is always jealous of the accomplishments of his friend. I've put it down so I don't forget. So a weak man generally is very jealous. Whether good things happen to him or not, whenever he sees somebody else doing good things, he's not happy. Doesn't suit him well. He always has things to say and criticism to bring forward toward his friends, his mates, or some other people that do the same thing as he does. The weak man is jealous. It's very difficult for him to say, oh, he's doing great, congratulations, because it's hurt. He wants everything to be about himself. A strong man appreciates other people. You see them, you say, okay, this guy is such an inspiration. He's gone through difficulties. He's gone through different difficult things, and he's overcome them and appreciates who he has become. A weak man has difficulties doing that. So the first sign, always jealous. He always.
Okay, that's the first sign of a weak man. I don't call them men. I call them males. It's jealousy. Now, I know the concept of jealousy. I know that. I know what it is and all of that, but I really don't get it coming from a male's perspective, because like I'm under the impression, I know this to be a fact that anything that one nigga doing, you could probably, you could probably do it if you put your, and you might could do it better than him or put your own thing to it. But to be jealous of something that another man has, or how another man lives, I don't get that concept. But you can just think and just close your eyes and say, damn, I know niggas like that. Every time they see somebody doing something, another man, they got something to say about it. They lack ambition on their own. Like, I don't know like how a lot of males were raised, but it was no reason to be jealous of the next kid when I was growing up, because I had whatever the kids had, I always had it too. And if I didn't, I guess I didn't want it or need it. You know what I'm saying? And as I got older, like whatever I wanted, I knew it was one. I'm gonna get it one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thing here where niggas are like, y'all know this nigga just running around the YouTube streets, just talk crazy and shit. Like, I don't have no problem looking the way I look at 60 years old. But why do he look like that at early 40s? You look older and old as me, and you in your early, why you look like that? I'm supposed to look like a 60-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he may look like, but you don't supposed to look like a 70-year-old man at 40. That's reality. You dig what I'm saying? And then you have this issue with like, you the most handsomest man in the world. Cool. If that's you know, you should have been movies, or you should have been on TV or something, but you're not. And most handsome men have beautiful wives. Beautiful wives. You know what I'm saying? And your wife is a below average mud duck. So what did your looks ever do for you in your life? I can't see where your looks have helped you accomplish anything in life, because real men, we don't care about no looks. Women don't care about looks. It's a certain like je ne sais quoi that men have. It's a certain type of confidence when they walk in a room and shit. Like, it's a scent they might have. You know, it might be their attire, not their physical appearance. Their physique. You're not even a healthy man. You know what I'm saying? So where's this delusion coming from? It's coming from a place of jealousy. You did? Because every man you ever beef with, your go-to is how he looks, comparing your looks to him. But in all actuality, you this handsome man with a wife that looked like a buffalo, you fell for a chick on hair who looked like she got Down syndrome. You not no savoir-faire type nigga. You fly as an ostrich, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You one of them type, but you on here talking about me and all the sneakers I got. Like, what the fuck is that? Look at him. He got on rolled up jeans. Like, bro, like, what are you talking about? I'm from Philadelphia. All the Akis wear their pants above their ankles, bro. And you don't know anything about fat. You wear Wranglers. I wear Mary's, Chrome Heart jeans. And I don't even wear jeans that much. But the jeans I do wear, they not Wranglers, bro. They not what you wear. So you can talk about me all day on YouTube, but in all actuality, you're the handsome guy who sleeps with a buffalo. You dirty. Your skin look like leather. You look like you older. I'm 60. I'm good with that. I think I've never had a problem with my looks where they counted. You feel me? Never. And you know what I'm saying? You know. Let me get back to it, y'all.
Have time to say bad things about other people, to minimize other people's accomplishments. He doesn't like it that they say good things about you. He's done it, but he was helped. He didn't do it by himself. It's not all about him, Some other people were behind him. That's the weak man. The second son of a weak man. The weak man always have his eyes on his friends, ladies. A man that always looks at other people's ladies is a weak man. Generally, among real men, A real man will never go out with a woman that's been with one of his friends.
Fact.
That's just simple, right? I think you also, I hope so. I would never be, if I could, I would never go out with a lady that has
Hey,
been with a
Red
man that
Ball.
I know, or a man that's been my friend. I know some people have done this. I wouldn't do it. I know many men will never do it. They would never go out with a woman who has been with one of their mates. I would never go out with a woman if I have known a man. I'm sorry. That's just me. That's my boundary. I believe if a man would go after a woman of his or an ex of his friend, it just simply means that he's been looking at her since many, many years before. He's been attracted by her. Why would you wait for such opportunity? It doesn't feel clean. A weak man will do that. A strong man will never do such thing because it's just like a low ball. A weak man, three, is always there for drama. Okay, you always create things to create drama, to get attention. The weak men need attention to feel sustainable, to feel human, to feel present, to feel recognized. He's the kind of guy that will create something, create a problem with you. Then when you react to what he has said, he will go all over the place and say, look at what he's done to me. So whenever you react to what he's done, then he goes to tell people, look what he's done. Look what he said. But they never say what they did to get you to that level. They will tell people what you did, but they will never say what they did for you to react the way you did. Those are the weak men. So the weak men need attention. They need sympathy. They need somebody to feel sorry for them. Oh, really? He did that to you, man? I never expected that from. They love that. They always, the dramatic people that have been through difficulties, their families been through hardship, they continuously tell you that sad story of theirs all the time. Those are the signs of weak men. Number three.
How many people, males, do we hear coming, stuff like that coming up? You can close your eyes and just picture the people he talk. You can picture people that he talking about. Every time this guy says something, a person's figure comes to mind because they display all those type of characteristics. You know what I'm saying? I said on a live stream long ago, like when my peoples call me from prison and be like, yo, take my girl or my wife, you know what I'm saying? You know, some money is, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? The last thing on my mind would be trying to get with my man's woman or something, man. Like I come from an era where we weren't man whore. I don't know where the cobweb booty lady getting all that stuff from. I've never been no type of man whore. Like that never defined men. Men were never defined by how many dicks they stick a woman. You know what I'm saying? That never as a youngin' that I knew that wasn't, the route that real men take. You know what I'm saying? I had a saying when I was coming up, man, that I turned down more pussy than most niggas get. Yeah. Come on now. That's the last thing that I ever had to worry about. You know, I didn't get into my marriage to be a swinger. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go around having 4 and 5 baby moms so I can say that I'm a man and then wind up don't even take care of none of them. What, like, yeah, cobweb booty. The old cobweb booty broad that always talking about some nigga seen me on the streets with several women. And you know what? The boy did see me. When he saw me, scared to death, almost shitted on himself. I was with a female. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to come on here and explain to anybody in YouTube world who the female I was with. I could have been with a female, yes, and I ain't got to explain that to nobody except the female that I come home to at night. That's it. That's it. If she don't question me about it, why the fuck would I worry about what a YouTube person says? You know what I'm saying? Like some of the things that these people be saying, like that's where you gotta be. That's why I always go back to boxing, man. Like Boxing taught me discipline. Like growing up in a structured environment taught me a lot of discipline. You know what I mean? Just goofy as fuck, Divine. Like you gotta have some type of discipline to know that every individual that says something about you, you can't address. What would I look like addressing an Al show for saying something about me? Why would I do that? Like, that's like walking in shit and then trying to clean it off with your hand. You defeating the purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people are here because they have to do the things that they do. Some people don't have their own mind to do the things that they do. And when you approach them about it, all they're going to do is cry and be the victim and lash out, because misery loves company.
Strong men don't do that. Okay, a strong man need respect. He wants you to respect you. A strong man, whenever he has a situation or an issue, he'll tell you, "Hey, mate, I'm not happy with what you did. Okay, I'm not happy with that. Whatever you did right there, it's not a good move. Please try to do differently." In your face. The weak man will not have the courage. I'm sure he knows what he's done. He should know how to act. No. A strong man will put you back in your place. Say, dude, the way you're talking to my cousin, I do not appreciate that. Or the way you're doing things with my clients, I don't like it. The way you're talking to people I've introduced you to, I do not like it. That's a strong man. A weak man will go to other people and say, "Oh, I introduced him to one of my clients, and he is been going to my clients undercover." That's a weak man. Strong men talk about things. Weak men hide things. They lack drama. The strong men lack respect. Number 4, weak men are the men.
And see, that's the only thing that I ever really preaching that I tell you that bothers me. Disrespect. That bothers me. You know what I'm saying? Because like he said in the clip, men have a high amount of a level of respect, you know, because they respect themselves. We carry ourselves in a certain manner so that we don't come off as disrespectful. But when we disrespect it, we're not going to tolerate that. And we're going to go straight from 0 to 100, because that's not something we're accustomed to. See, certain individual male, they've been accustomed to being disrespected all their lives. You know, when if as a parent, if you're neglecting your child, that's disrespect. That's a form of disrespect that child was going to hold on to. You know, if your child was, if you as a child and your parent violated you in some type of way, whether it be physically or sexually, that was a disrespect to you. And you just come up, just, "Hey, Angel, how you doing? Good to see you in the building." You just come up with this mentality that I'm just gonna be disrespectful because all I know is being disrespected. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a situation. Oh, y'all know I had a situation with. I didn't really have a situation with P, because I'm not a judgmental guy, because my lifestyle don't allow me to be. But I always had P a level of respect for P from how I met him here on YouTube. The issue I had with the brother was the way he changed and became a YouTube Negro coon. P offered me to come to his panel and have a discussion about it. And, you know, me being the man that I am, I took him up on his offer. And me and P was able to come to an understanding through a dialogue like men should do. He didn't get emotional because he wasn't surrounded by a bunch of people who never had his best interests. You know, he was like, throw him out there to the legend. You know what I mean? Because I'ma eat with my food on. I'ma eat. You know what I'm saying? So let's just throw him out. And I told him that I never had a problem with him. I had a problem with the things he was doing. I don't have a problem with people. It's the actions, you know. And a lot of people, that's why I always tell people, listen, because the actions ain't gonna add up to the words. You know, you could take that from Igor over there. Like Igor tell you he don't want no parts of any beef anymore. He's going into a lane where there's going to be a spiritual vibe, uplifting. But just as soon as he thinks somebody's in a vulnerable position, he ready to jump on the bandwagon. You know, he ready to make songs and videos. You know, but you supposed to be have this level of just being a spiritual person, not even a reverend, because ain't nobody perfect. But if you're going to give your title as a reverend, you should have at least a little bit more compassion than the average fool running around here on YouTube. You know, that's why I say it be all talk. Watch the actions. You know what I mean?
That mistreat their wives and their girlfriends and their fiancés as soon as they get to grip on the relationship. I'll explain to you. I know some of the girls want men that do not put them back in the place. And by that I mean a man that does not tell you to stop doing certain things. I do know many ladies like men that do never say, okay, you need to stop doing this. I don't appreciate it when you do that because most of you girls, most of you ladies, excuse me, you say you don't want to be changed, right? I don't want anybody to change me. This is how you found me. You must love me the way I am. No, 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 no. We can't love you the way you are. You know, loving you the way you are just means that you're perfect. You have no. Have you heard of life insurance?
So, with that right there, right? How you come and say, like, you want me to be online hollering and screaming at my wife because I allow her to express herself the way she sees fit on YouTube. I don't run my household. See, that's the level of immaturity that these people are under. Like YouTube and the way she conducts herself on YouTube has nothing to do with how I run my household. Like 2 minutes ago, before you said that I didn't have a household, that I was a bum, that I lived in the streets from pillar to post. Let's come on, we got to get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Let's have some type of a logical lyros at least. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know that the only reason why I'm on YouTube is because the level of disrespect that you same males were showing to her. That's how I got here. Y'all couldn't handle nothing that I brought to the table far as what a man do when he in protection mode. Because I'm outside still to this day. And yeah, we just seen 2 people get unalived on YouTube Live about some YouTube beef. And if you go through y'all, I've been doxxed to the fullest. So go through my records. My record should tell you, at least be cautious of me when playing. At least be cautious. Don't just go through the green light. You better stop at that yellow when it comes down to playing with me. And you just seen what happened to. And y'all know I be running into jokers on YouTube. And my thing is always energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm never caught with my pants down. I'm never out of pocket. I'm always in pocket. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no, I'm not here to be competing with no, listen. If you don't take care of your children, me and you ain't in the same league. If you are not willing to accept the fact that you were not a good as a husband, you were one of the guys that he was talking about. As soon as you got married and you know, got your wife locked in, you became abusive, you domestic violator. You know, that's a weak man. Like, there's no woman, maybe Clarissa Shields, probably Layla Ali, that I you know what I'm saying, that I put my hands on. Like, you understand what? Come on, all right. Any man knows that if he balls up his fist and strikes a woman, it's really nothing she could do. But that make you feel like that get your manhood up. That, you know what I mean? That makes you feel superior because you put your hands on a woman. Not once, not twice, but 3 different women. And I'm quite sure it's been more than that in your history, because a man don't just automatically start beating on women when he get a certain age. You are that's something that's habit forming. That's something it's passed down. You've seen a man in your life, maybe the man that raised you, he probably beat your mother. I don't know where y'all get it from, but 9 times out of 10, when a boy becomes a adult male and he's abusive to women, he's seen it from his father, you know. And that's why his son became a convicted child molester, because what he's seen from his father, who was a weak man, that I'm talking about. And the thing about these weak men, it seems like they found a place to congregate, and that's YouTube. YouTube is the cesspool for the weak men, because they can come on here and be that guy that they never was. They can come on here and preach those stories, but where does it show up? Where? The only traction they get is talking about niggas like me. I'm not on YouTube. I'm not a guy that you ain't gonna get no traction off of talk. That's why why would I put I don't like putting them niggas thumbnail. It makes my page look ugly, I think. To have a bunch of men that's arguing with me. What am I gonna get about what? I don't want to look at you, bro. I don't want to be around you type of individuals. And like, I'm man enough not to fuck with a nigga as long as he ain't fucking with me. But I'm also man enough to fuck with you back if you fuck with me. And I know you can't fuck with me on no level. No level. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Like, I never would drive anywhere for any type of outside my motherfucking city begging a nigga for money. I'm not doing those things. It's just certain things that I'll never do. You know what I mean? And we gotta stop just letting people say anything. We gotta stop that. We gotta stop entertaining it. But it's entertaining for some, because some people, that's what they're here for. They're here to laugh at, you know, at the expense, I guess, of other individuals, whether it be motherfucker telling a lie on them or not. And that's their thing. I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at none of that. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at nothing that goes on YouTube, because no matter how much they push, no matter how many federal agents they call on me, no matter how many local police and no matter who they call on me, it has yet to stop anything that I be trying to do out here. The only thing it makes me weary of coming on here saying y'all just make me tighten myself up on here. You know what I'm saying? And it also lets me know that I don't mess with rats on the street. If you call the police on me, why would I be around you? Why would I want to go back and forth with you? I don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? But if you think you want to come see me or something, you know, that's a different story. I'm going to do you like that couple got did on here earlier. RIP to them. But yeah, that's the type of action I'm about. You know what I'm saying? That's what my you know, that ain't nothing I brag about, but that's something I'm about. I'm about all that. You know what I mean? I love to retaliate, man. I don't want to start no shit. Nah, I do not want to start. I don't want to be the one who started the shit. You know what I mean? But if you push me to a place where I don't want to be, I'm going to definitely retaliate, you know. But I've been on here a while. So I know there's a certain way you move on YouTube with your retaliation when you want to get a nigga the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Clark, how you doing? Good to see you. When you want to just get a joke up out of here, because they're worthless on here. They're not putting out any content that's striking any interest or striking any thought process in anybody's brain. They just on here lying, deceiving the people, confused. I like I said, bro, I don't be out here. A dude today walked up to my car. He like, man, give me some money. I could see in his eyes that he wasn't, you know, he wasn't 100. You know what I mean? I kept it pushing. I didn't start arguing it with him, you know, and that's how I look at these people, because I know for a fact when they get up in the morning, they don't conduct themselves in society the way they do on YouTube. They are rarely getting out. They rarely get out. It's impossible for them to get out and be enjoying life, to have the type of animosity and to say that what's that word that nigga used? Well, that he's gonna to his grave. That it's up till they hit their graves with me. How can you be living a prosperous, healthy life, but you have a vendetta? That's what it was. You have a vendetta against a man who has done nothing to you physically. So, like, I don't get it. And then on top of that, it's nothing you could do about it. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing you could do about the things I've said to you, but run your mouth. Every now and then, I might touch down and address it, but you won't be my focus. Not especially not during these times. You know what I mean? Definitely not during these times. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't have the I can't get that low. I don't want to get that low. You know what I mean? It's like chasing I ain't chasing no maggots and stuff. I ain't digging in the garbage and shit. I ain't doing I'm you know what I mean? My hands is filthy, but they ain't getting dirty with that. You know what I mean? Not with that, because it's not a win. It's not a loss. For me, it's no gain. I need a gain in everything that it got to be something there for me. You know what I'm saying? When there's nothing that you can gain from an interaction with a person, it's okay to step away from them. You know what I mean? It's okay to step away from them. Like, y'all know I've been incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when you in them places, right, you be in cages, and a person might be standing, a guard, you know, could be standing right outside your cage, calling you all kind of names, and ain't nothing you could do to them, because if you do anything, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. But that's where your fortitude comes in at. Like, I've seen dudes break and they might spit on them. You know, I've seen dudes hitting with the shit bomb where they got dookie and piss in a goddamn shampoo bottle and they squirt it all in his face. But then 5 or 6 guards going to come in there and beat the shit out you. They might beat you to death. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know your mat. You got to know when, and you know what I'm saying? And who, you know what I'm saying? Is it worth it? You know, and nobody on that side is really worth it for me, because they low levels. They not going to take me nowhere. That's low level shit. Like, you dealing with a motherfucker who's probably can't get out of bed sometimes. They be in such a deep depression. Do y'all know the signs of when a person is manic? Y'all don't know those signs? See, I had a family member who had a nervous breakdown, you know, and being around a lot of mentally unstable individuals from being incarcerated, you know, a lot of people they be calling like criminally insane and shit, walking amongst those type of individuals. It's one thing that you can detect in them, that you know they're a little off. The eyes don't lie. If you look in their eyes, you can see the distance that they far out somewhere. You know what I mean? And just because a motherfucker put on glasses, they still be having that look that they had a break somewhere in their brain, you know. And a nervous breakdown, that's like a short circuit in the brain. That can't be fixed. You know what I'm saying? You know, society got y'all thinking that medication can fix things. Medication don't fix nothing. Medication had you on side effect medications. You know what I mean? It's just a mask, you know. But when you've been living an unhealthy lifestyle most of your life, eating out of garbage cans as a child, being abused as a child, foster homes, and, you know, not knowing how not being raised by a man and shit, and you know, a lot of young black males, they become sexually confused, and then as they become adults, that contributes to the abuse and the animosity that they be having for black women. That's why it's such a big separation in the relationships between black men and women, because of the so much of the DL stuff going on with the black men. Just the homosexuality going on with them, you know, the lack of ambition, you know, because you know, I think black people have addictive behaviors, and a lot of niggas don't understand that one is enough, so they become drug addicts. And hey, we black males have a lot of fucking hurdles and obstacles that we already face in life. You know what I'm saying? We already got that coming to us. And why the hell would a nigga who got a little bit of common sense waste it dealing with people he know are beneath him, lifestyle wise, intellectual wise, and in any other category? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like, I could be a bum in the street with nothing, but I know what I raised. I know what I raised wouldn't allow that. The children I raised wouldn't allow for me to be anything but a great man. That's because that's how I raised them, to take care of themselves, take care of one another. So you know they're gonna always take care of me. I don't know. That's why I don't know the concept of when y'all be calling niggas broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say, like, y'all got me confused with somebody else. When you've been engulfed in the activities that I've been engulfed in for as long as I have in this city right here, sometimes you can go to certain restaurants and they say, yo, such and such here, and the plate to come to you. There's certain clubs I go in, man, I ain't got to pay for nothing or nobody that's with me. You know what I'm saying? People still talk about my father. They say my father was a man's man. And you can't say that today. You can't use the term a man's man because of the male pause syndrome. Everything is a pause with these individuals now. I wasn't raised on that. I was raised watching, because there wasn't a lot of black actors depicted in meaningful roles when I was a kid. They was always, the butler and the Stephen Fletchers and shit. So I used to watch gangster movies. Eddie G. Robinson, James Cagney, Humphrey Bogart, was a movie called Angels with Dirty Face. I wanted to be one of the angels with dirty face. You know what I'm saying? I already, like, I didn't want to be a one of them. You know what I mean? I came up already having a sense of, the type of individual I wanted to be or was going to be. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys, they don't have a they didn't have a concept. Because they were followers. When you a follower all your days, you always following a trend or yeah. That's why I could walk around with my jeans rolled up, because I set trends. I'm not one of them guys who got to go in the store and buy everything because I seen the rappers wear it or I seen such and such wear it. You know what I'm saying? And you get to a certain age, right? And certain things don't float your boat like it used to. You know what I'm saying? It don't float your boat like it used to. Like, who's concerned about what an individual wears? What man is concerned about what other men wear? When you should be concerned about your health. Because a lot of y'all niggas, I keep telling y'all got more foot in the grave than y'all do walking on the earth, left to walk on the earth. So I don't understand why y'all trying to be these guys who are on some young boy shit. You can never fit a square in a round. It don't fit. It'll fuck up it'll fuck it up. Y'all niggas grew up as squares, and it ain't nothing wrong with that. It wasn't nothing wrong with being a nerd boy who ain't getting involved in nothing, but we all grew up in the hood, so we can all talk that tough shit, but talking that don't make you that. You know what I mean? Just like going to church don't make you righteous. You know what I'm saying? Your actions speak way louder than your words. Your actions speak way louder than your words. That's why I always say niggas with money don't gotta do a lot of talking. They don't gotta do a lot of talking. It's the niggas who ain't got that money that's always talking about the money they got. That's what young boys do. Young males who have yet to reach that level of manhood, you know what I mean, where they know things ain't nothing but toys. You know what I'm saying? We got to concentrate on building what we going to leave behind. Far as and we take pride. You niggas don't take pride in showing your son how to do a pull counter. how to pull back and throw an overhand. Y'all don't take pride in taking your son to a basketball game. Y'all don't even send the nigga that's raising y'all sons and daughters money to take care of them. Y'all too worried about how niggas online living. How is that? How? How can you be a proud father when you know your son got to go check in at the Megan's Law registration office? How are you proud of that? Let's keep it 100. How can you sit back as a man and say, yeah, my life has been fulfilling, even though I gave 3 women venereal diseases and I beat them up? How can your life be fulfilling as a man? You think that you ain't going get the repercussions and penalties for those actions? Because it's repercussions and penalties for every action. May big, may minute, no matter how it's gonna come back around, bro. Just like the bullshit coming back around. We know where it all stemmed from. The same 2 niggas are the same 2 niggas that started all this. Weak men talking behind one another's back. Me being the strong man, what you want to do about it? Oh man, I don't want to. I'll do it for you. Check a nigga for a nigga, like men do. This nigga he get out of pocket. He wants to go and now disrespect me by fucking with my minor child. So what am I supposed to do? I'm not supposed to let everybody know that his grown adult child is a pedophile who has been convicted of raping and molesting minor children. I'm not allowed to say that after he called my minor child all kinds of names on YouTube because I emasculated him as a weak male. I'm a strong one. He's a weak one. That's what's going to happen anytime we get together. The boy Donald Winters, keeping it plain. His son, you know that Sal. His son is a PDF. Him and his father, son and father, are going to spend Father's Day at the Megan's Law registration office or the Center for Disease Control, and he's proud of that. He's so proud of it. He called the feds on me. He mad at me. He calling the state's attorney general on me. They calling me a scammer. So what if I am? What if I am a scammer? What that got to do? I'm not taking nothing out of your pocket. And once again, if the kid's hungry, I'ma feed them. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about what I do. You should be worried about what you should be doing. Yeah, the Center for Disease Control. You know what the CDC is, nigga. That's where they're going to spend Father's Day, one or the other. We can't allow real motherfucking men, strong men who take care of their families, have wives, have women, not girlfriends. Men don't have girlfriends at a certain age. We don't do that. We don't think like that. Why would I be calling my woman of my child my girlfriend, even if we're not married? She's not a girl. Because that's what these weak males are used to. They know that if they go messing with a strong woman, she going to expose him for what he really is. And that shrinks him down even more. They cannot handle rejection. These niggas can't handle rejection from other men. Y'all see what happened when that man died? That man died, RIP to him, but the boy had a nervous breakdown when another man died. He was in such a bad shape that he couldn't even talk for months. You know, That man wasn't his relative. That man wasn't his father. It was just the emotional attachment that a weak man have for a motherfucker when he never had a father figure. They still on here at 50 looking for father figures. I'm raising other, you know what I'm saying? I got young kids and family members to be raising, you know what I mean? But what we got to do, Mikey, what's going on, Mikey? What we got to do is always be mindful of these type of individuals because we allow them to infiltrate us, man. And next thing you know, we sitting with these jokers. We getting a rapport with these jokers and then turn around and come find out that that's their background. I ain't got none of that in my background. Everything is solid in my background. You know what I'm saying? Now, everybody know I got a criminal record. Like that's but when we talk about my criminal record, we talking about over 30, 40 years ago. We talking 30, 40 years ago, man. You know what I'm saying? We talking about a teenage young adult. We not talking about no grown man. But I was a grown man already in somebody's state penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? So you when you talk about me being a criminal and all that, that shit don't mean nothing to me. That's a lot of us did a lot of things as youth. You know what I'm saying? You know, but hey, I took my licks as a youth for things that I took it as an adult. I took the actions I did as an adult when I was a youth. You know what I'm saying? And just made me into a man, a strong man. I know right from wrong. I knew right from wrong then. I always been a conscious individual. I always knew what the fuck was going on and what I was doing. But you know, when you young, you don't be thinking about everybody else. I never knew. It took me a while. And I was locked up when I realized that. One time I was locked up, right? And I was talking to my mom on the phone, and I was ready to hang up. And I was like, yeah, Mom, go ahead, get some rest. Have a good night's sleep. And she said, son, since you've been locked up, I've been getting a good night's sleep. And I was like, damn, I was messed up about that, man. And then I started thinking, I remember when I used to come in the house and shit, 15 years old, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I creep up the stairs and I creep past my mom's room, and then her light would go out. You know what I'm saying? And my sister said, Mommy never went to sleep until you came in the house. I was like, what you mean? She was like, Mommy never went to bed until you came in the house. And I just felt like a piece of shit. I was like, damn, I was putting a lot of fucking stress on my mom, and I never even understood it. So things like that changes me in a whole lot of different ways. But I'm getting all these feelings while I'm incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? So I knew when I came out, I was going to be something else. You know what I'm saying? Something that society wasn't going to be able to handle. And I know I was going to be something that a weak nigga wasn't going to be able to handle. Because I ain't just work on my body in there. You know what I mean? I got my mind right. You know what I'm saying? I got my mind right, And the only thing that was wrong with me, so say them, was that I had a propensity for violence. That's all. That's it. And I know how to control that, because all that shit was a lot of times some of the toughest guys, they do shit out of fear. I remember another example, being incarcerated, and I had a situation, and I was a little annoyed because in there ain't no fighting. It's you You lose your life like that, just with the quickness. So my mentality had always been to do the most, do the most. So everybody be like, oh, he ain't to be, you know what I'm saying? So I always prepared myself to do the most because I don't want to continue it. This is, you know what I mean? I hope, motherfucker, I don't want to keep going back and forth with this individual. You know what I'm saying? So I would do the most. Get me? Because I'm not a back and forth guy, and I don't want to deal with the next person. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make you an example, basically. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make you an example. I'm gonna leave blood all over the cell. It's gonna look like Jason was up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, so yeah, like, you know, we can't let ourselves keep getting you know, just because, you know, I like a motherfucker, you know what I mean? What about his background and shit? You cool with that? You know what I mean? Because I'm not cool with a person that's cool with that type of behavior. I'm not cool with niggas that's cool with, you know what I mean, doing something to children and all that shit. I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with a nigga talking about he gonna beat the woman up and all that. You know what I mean? I'm not cool with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We all know that women get out of pocket. But if you stay out of women's business, males, why are all men always in female? If you niggas would fall back from female business, a lot of y'all niggas would do better off for yourself. Because a lot of y'all thirsty ass niggas, you know what I mean, just be looking for some type of clout from some women on the internet. But I don't get it when it's more women at the supermarket, at the playground, the library, just up and down. Like, there's no interaction with real women for you guys out there. Where's the real interaction? P, what's going on, brother? Good to see you in the building, man. Where's the outside? I guarantee you, man, because we need that. The sun is a natural healing. You know what I mean? Get out in the sun, man. Like, get your vibes, get your pores opened up. You know what I mean? That's why y'all skin look like leather. It's your pores are clogged. You know what I'm saying? Like, go back to the basics. You know what I'm saying? Grooming, hygiene, personal hygiene. That's what we teach the young boys first. We teach them about grooming and appearance. You know, it ain't whether a person say he's ugly or not. You can fix ugly. You can fix ugly with diamonds and jewels, with things. You know what I mean? But you can never fix ugly on the inside. That's not fixable. You know what I mean? The black heart, you can't clean that. You can't take it out and wash it off every time you do some dirty shit. You can't pull your heart out and wash that shit off. Every time it's a stain. It's a stain. And you become a darker and darker individual. You know what I mean? Just like you are what you eat. You eat garbage. You ingest garbage. You watch garbage. You talk garbage. That's all that. If you sat around and listened to Christian gospel music all day, every day, I guarantee you'll be a more soothing, soft-spoken person. You would get something out of that. But all y'all do is stay on YouTube all day looking for somebody that's arguing. Why don't you go outside and do that? Because you know somebody will fuck you up. You know, if you go outside and disrespect somebody, they will beat your motherfucking weak ass because y'all not in no shape. Y'all ain't in no shape to do nothing. Y'all don't run no way. Y'all don't jog. Y'all don't work out. None of that shit. Y'all ain't gonna fool me like y'all niggas is working out. Y'all won't even go and show yourself in the gym doing a motherfucking treadmill. You know what I mean? So I know y'all niggas ain't in no, and y'all's little niggas. Y'all little 5'6" niggas built like women, titties, and fucking BBLs, and y'all, come on now. Get your mind, body, spirit right. It's a 3-step process as a man. You got to have all three together or you ain't got no balance. Ain't nothing like an off-balance man. Ask any woman. Ask any woman if a nigga off balance, who wants to fuck with something that's off balance? Especially a man who supposed to be the decision maker. Who gonna let you niggas make any decision for them? That's why I know why y'all ain't got no women. Y'all don't make the right decisions in your own life. What woman would allow y'all to have the decision of her life too? Let alone kids. Y'all only had children because y'all thought that's what men supposed to do. That's it. Nobody taught y'all what it was, how to be a man, or because y'all don't know y'all don't know how to groom yourself. For number one, that's one of the first tips that your daddy taught you. Every young boy watches his dad in the bathroom shaving or combing his hair or giving himself a lineup. You know what I mean? All young boys do that. You probably was putting on your mother's shoes, planning your mother cosmetics, because we know that happens too. But when we reach a certain age, man, as men, if we ain't got that shit together, we should be working on getting it together, man, especially if we got children, especially if we already got one foot damn near in the grave. Y'all niggas ain't got promised tomorrow. Ain't nobody, who the fuck think y'all got promised tomorrow? Nigga, you ain't no motherfucking ticket say you gonna wake up tomorrow. And y'all niggas gonna die with what y'all came with. Nothing. Your children don't love you. Y'all can't have loving parents because y'all would be around them because they should be in their older age now. You should be taking care of them. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it with this youth because I don't see this in real time. I don't see niggas acting like these niggas on YouTube act. Maybe it's because I'm always around a bunch of strong individual males. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's my circles. That's what I you real recognize real. So, y'all never looked familiar to me. I could marry no soft nigga. I had to be able to say with confidence, my husband will whoop your ass. I know that's right. I mean, listen, don't no woman want no man that can't fight, that's not in shape, that she not sure if they go outside and she get disrespected, he can't handle his business.
My husband will whip your ass.
No.
With confidence.
No, don't no woman want that. I don't give a fuck how good you think you look. Your looks can't beat nobody in no fight. You niggas too busy worried about looking good. Y'all don't want to fight. Y'all don't want to fight. I know the effects of me getting punched and shit is starting to catch up with me. I know that shit. Unc must be lying. That's is that Unc or that's Unc? What's going on, Unc? How you doing tonight? Good to see you in the building. I know at my age and long as I've been in amateur fights, street fights, sparring sessions with world-class fighters and shit like that, I think I'm getting a little punchy, y'all. I think my speech is starting to slur a little bit like Ali. My hand's not shaking yet or none of that. But I really do think I'm getting punchier, yo. And I still be in the gym, you know what I'm saying? I still, fuck around, I just want to stay, fit, you know what I mean? I just like to stay fit. I've been an athlete all my life, you know what I'm saying? So I tell people I'm gonna be shooting a basketball until they put me in a wheelchair, you know what I mean? And as far as this YouTube thing, man, it's a lane for everybody. Everybody. You remember Welvin, 50 Tyson? Remember those guys? They had their 6 minutes of fame, you know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna get nothing out of constantly coming online with my name in your mouth. What you'll be getting close to is what happened to that couple in Vegas today, fucking with me. That's what you, and I don't want none of that. That's because that don't help me in no type of way. You know what I mean? That's why, I don't understand how, a person could, constantly saying, you a snitch, while you're on the phone snitching, you got a vendetta for life, but you won't come and do nothing about it. You have some good stuff. Hey, I appreciate that, Unc. Yeah, I'm trying to put some stuff together, man. Yeah, man, I'm trying to find my own, I got my own lane, man. I'm just trying to stick my elbows out a little further so nobody keep jumping in my lane, man, trying to throw me off my thing. Peace to you, bro. Good to see you in the building. But yeah, man, I don't want to tongue wrestle with no niggas, no males and shit. I don't want to be, I don't got that kind of energy, you know what I mean? But I will fight you with my hands. I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. If I would definitely do that, you know what I'm saying? But as far as me going back and forth and degrading a nigga and shit, you're not really degrading a person who don't have no shame. They know what their circumstances are. It irks a person like me to be lied on. It just irks me. You know what I mean? Especially coming from a person who and they know. See, and that's what I live off. We really know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Me, at the end of the day, you got to go to sleep. You got to turn off all the lights and go to sleep. Your conscience don't go nowhere. We all know what we did, how we did it, and what we did it for. You know what I'm saying? So every time a motherfucker throws a projection at you, that's all it is. It's projection. You know what I mean? Now you could be an emotional person and jump all out the jet, but I don't know. I push buttons. I don't have no, I'm not a robot. Ain't no kinks in my armor. You know what I mean? I don't jump for no nigga just because he said some crazy shit about me. If that was the case, I'd probably be back in the slammer. You know what I mean? Because niggas out here, they always saying crazy stuff. Real niggas in the real world, it's always crazy stuff going on. My city has one of the most highest murder rates in the country, bro. I can get all the smoke I want anytime I want. anytime I want. Yeah, but I ain't ready for that. I ain't ready. I ain't ready to just crash out. You know, I ain't crashing out. I'm gonna leave that for y'all YouTube crash outs. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let y'all continue to crash out on YouTube. No progress. Y'all can't make no money with the content y'all putting out. You know what I'm saying? Listen, bro, I see my numbers go up all the time. I don't care where they start at. They going up. Everything I put out, the numbers go up. That can only help me. You know what I mean? That can only help me. I ain't got that. I don't have the it ain't going, yeah, man. Especially with these dudes. Look at the people you arguing with. You know what I mean? I can see if they were some top content creators and shit. You know what I mean? They ain't even got no fucking, some of them, no pages, at least I got a small monetized page. And I ain't been on here 12 years trying to get it either. I ain't buy no motherfucking subs. I ain't suck no dick and none of that. I just did what I do. Grown, I remember you were telling me about your trip to Saudi. Can you do a video? Yeah, I'll do that for you, Unc. No doubt, man. That I had one of the best. Unc, when I was over there, I ain't want to come. I tell you, I stayed over there over my goddamn visa, man, because I ain't want to come back. Yeah, I definitely put something together, man. That's the kind of content I want to do. I want to do content that people can, get something out of. You can't. I'm. You know what I mean? How far can we get? To the point where people calling the police on me? Like I don't need that kind of I don't need that kind of motion in my life. Just the implication of people calling the police on me is not a good thing for me. It's just not. So I'd rather just step away from people who trying to do that to me. Step away from people who trying to put black men out of jobs. Step away from people who try to will drag a child. You know what I mean? I'm gonna step away from them people, man. But if you ever feel as though this vendetta that you have, it can't be solved. No, I'm always here in Philadelphia, man. But I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere to do anything to anybody. But that don't mean nothing won't get done to you. And with that being said, I appreciate y'all coming in tonight. I'm gonna put that show together for you, bro. Clark, me and mine's my opinion. All y'all have a great night, and I'll catch up with y'all again. It's the Legend signing out.